is this a qubit or is this a qubit? Well, actually, this is a qubit, and right now it's in superposition, allowing it to be both this particle and this particle at the same time. You see, today computer science is reaching its limits. If transistors get any smaller, electrons will be able to jump from one side to another in a process called quantum tunneling, rendering the transistor useless. Now you may be wondering, how do we increase computer power if we can't decrease the size of our transistors? Well, interestingly enough, the answer to that lies in the same phenomenon that renders smaller chips useless: quantum mechanics. So it's clear we're reaching the limits of classical computing, but what now? Before we answer that question, let's dive into the basics. Classical bits can hold the values 0 or 1. A quantum bit, or a qubit, however, can hold the values 0 and 1 simultaneously. This is called superposition, and was shown earlier. Another fundamental property of quantum particles is entanglement. When two qubits are entangled, changing the state of one will instantaneously and predictably change the state of the other. This allows scientists to calculate the properties of both by only measuring one qubit. So now that we've covered the basics, how does this work inside of an actual computer? Well, if we have 3 bits, they can be in 8 possible combinations, out of which the computer can only use one at a time. However, if we have 3 quantum bits, the computer can use all these 8 combinations at the same time. So say you want to search a database. Instead of searching for your entry in all the files one by one, the computer would be able to search all of them at the same time, drastically reducing the amount of time it takes to complete a calculation. These computers will be incredibly useful in performing large tasks. One of the main focuses of quantum computing will be artificial intelligence, or AI. When enough information is fed to AI programs, they become more accurate and eventually show intelligence. Since superposition and entanglement allow for large amounts of data to be fed to the program at once, AI is an ideal target for quantum computers, and companies like Lockheed Martin and Google have already started using this technology. There will also be major changes in online cryptography. Today's cybersecurity is based on the factoring of large numbers into prime numbers, and the longer it takes to factor these numbers, the harder it is to crack the code. Factoring via a quantum computer will take much less time, and therefore new methods of encryption will have to be developed. Transportation will also be greatly affected. Quantum computers will be able to solve the traveling salesman problem, which involves calculating the fastest route between 2 locations while hitting certain other cities on the way, and taking traffic into account in real time. Volkswagen is currently developing this technology around their German plants. Since quantum computing is rapidly advancing and is becoming more widely used in automotive simulations, the next time you sit in your car, you might quite literally be driving into the future.